The short answer to whether you need a catalytic converter is yes. Unless you are driving a vintage vehicle manufactured before emissions regulations, typically pre-1975 in the US, or a dedicated track-only race car, a functioning catalytic converter is legally mandatory and mechanically vital for your vehicle's operation. It is crucial to understand the strict legal framework surrounding this component. Federal and international law prohibits removal. Specifically, in the United States, under Section 203A, 3 of the Clean Air Act, it is a federal offense to remove, bypass, or render inoperative a catalytic converter on a motor vehicle. This practice is legally defined as tampering. The consequences are severe, with civil penalties for individuals exceeding $2,500 per violation, and fines for repair shops or dealerships exceeding $48,000 per violation. Furthermore, if you live in a region with annual safety or smog inspections, such as California, New York, or Euro 6 zones in Europe, a missing converter triggers an automatic failure, deeming the vehicle unroadworthy. Additionally, it is illegal to sell a vehicle with missing emissions equipment without full disclosure, and most dealerships will refuse to trade in a vehicle that has been decatted or modified in this manner. You may hear forum rumors suggesting that catalytic converters are merely choke points for the engine. Modern vehicles, particularly those from the post-1996 OBD2 era, are designed specifically around the converter. Functionally, the converter acts as a chemistry lab, utilizing precious metals like platinum, palladium, and rhodium to trigger a chemical reaction that turns carbon monoxide, which is a poison, nitrogen oxides which cause smog and acid rain, and hydrocarbons, or unburnt fuel, into harmless nitrogen, oxygen, and water vapor. Mechanically, the converter is part of a critical feedback loop. Your car possesses oxygen, O2 sensors, located both before and after the converter. The engine control unit, ECU, relies on these readings to adjust the fuel mixture. If the converter is missing, the rear sensor sends panic data to the ECU, compromising engine management. Furthermore, modern exhaust valves are timed, assuming a specific amount of back pressure provided by the converter. Removing it can actually reduce low-end torque, making the car feel sluggish during city driving. If you are inquiring because you suspect a failure, you should look for specific symptoms to verify the issue before spending money. A healthy converter operates with the check engine light off, provides smooth acceleration, emits a neutral smell or water vapor, makes a quiet hum, and has a dull metal appearance. In contrast, a failing or clogged converter will trigger the check engine light, specifically throwing codes PRO 420 or PRO 430, which indicate catalyst system efficiency below threshold. You may notice engine performance issues such as sluggishness, a feeling that the car is choked, or a refusal to rev high. The exhaust smell is often a definitive sign, manifesting as a rotten egg or sulfur scent, or a strong smell of raw fuel. Physically, you might hear a rattling sound, indicating the internal honeycomb has shattered, or a loud roaring caused by a leak. Visually, the converter may appear discolored. Blue or purple indicates overheating or even be glowing red. If you are considering removing the converter for sound or power, often called decatting or straight piping, you must be aware of the negative consequences. First, you will face a check engine nightmare where your dashboard lights up. You cannot simply clear the code as it will return immediately unless you illegally reprogram the ECU, which voids warranties. Second, many modern cars will enter a limp mode safety setting if they detect emissions tampering, severely restricting speed and power to protect the engine. Third, you will likely encounter fuel trim issues. Without the correct sensor data, the engine may run too rich, meaning it uses too much fuel. This excess fuel can wash oil off the cylinder walls, accelerating engine wear and ruining your fuel economy. Finally, while you might want a louder car, removing the cat often results in a harsh, resonant frequency known as drone at highway speeds that makes driving unbearable. There are only two specific scenarios where a catalytic converter is not required. The first is the vintage exception. In the USA, vehicles model year 1974 and older are generally exempt from federal catalyst requirements, While in Europe, this typically applies to vehicles predating the 1992 or 1993 Euro 1 standards. The second is the trailered race car scenario, where a dedicated competition car that is never driven on public highways and is towed to the track on a trailer is exempt from road-going emissions laws, though even some tracks are now enforcing noise and emissions limits. If your converter has failed and requires replacement, you must choose between OEM and aftermarket options. OEM, original equipment, parts are expensive, ranging from $1,000 to over $2,500, but they are guaranteed to fit, will clear engine codes, and generally last over 100,000 miles. Aftermarket or universal converters are cheaper, costing between $200 and $600, offering an affordable immediate fix. However, they use lower quality metals, meaning they may fail again in 1 to 2 years and often require welding to fit. Crucially, in states like California, New York, Maine, and Colorado, standard aftermarket converters are often illegal, and you must buy CARB-compliant aftermarket parts, which are more expensive. To determine your next step, follow this logic. If your car is model year 1975 or newer and registered for use on public roads, you must have a functioning catalytic converter. If your current converter is broken or stolen, you must replace it. Do not attempt to straight pipe it, as the cost of fines and resale loss outweighs the repair cost. The only exception is if the vehicle is strictly a trailer queen or a race car not used on public roads.